Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's good, YouTube? Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Tank be chopping, and we back with another haircut video. So check it out, man. We're gonna be using the new ANDIS GTX EXO with the new Enforce blade on this video. It's not an actual review. I just wanted to show y'all a little bit of me using it. But let's go ahead and get into this haircut. As y'all can see, we're taking a good amount off of the top of my client's head. I have my number 7 guard on my JRL Onyx, and we're just taking it all down to that desired length. So, you got to make sure you go over the top a good amount of times. On this type of hair, you want to make sure you're going against the grain and across the grain, because that's going to help really make sure that we have everything nice and even, on this cut. And then you got to go over the back, obviously, the little swirl, the crown area. We got to get all that down to that same length. And I'm just being really consistent with what I'm doing, making sure all the hair is down to that number 7 guard, like I said earlier on in the video. All right, now what I'm doing here is this is my number 4 guard. And what I'm doing is I'm debulking the side. So I talk about my debulking method a lot. I like to debulk with a number 4 guard just because it makes things a lot easier for me. I really don't have to worry about blending into a number 7. All I'm really thinking about is blending into a number 4 when I actually do start my fade work. So that's why I like to blend or debulk with the number 4, not blend, but I like to debulk with a number 4 because, like I said, it just takes a lot of the stress away of me thinking, man, I gotta blend all the way up to this number 7. So that's what we're doing here. Number 4 guard on the sides, getting it all down to that length. And then I do have a number 5 on there now, just to help the transition a little more. And the reason for that is my client's hair likes to poke out a little more than normal. So that's what I'm doing with my number 5 guard. Open and close, just making sure that the transition is a little better from the sides to the top. You can clip or overcomb this if you like. This is just my preference. But as y'all can see here, guys, here is the new ANDIS GTX EXO with the Enforce blade on there. And as y'all can see, it's eating through that hair, right? Like, I want to make sure I say that because I've had the previous ANDIS GTX EXOs, and honestly, I didn't like the way they balled it out. Now, I know you really shouldn't judge your trimmer on how it balls out, but me, I kind of do, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't give, I don't, how can I say this? Depending on how it lines up, that's the most important. But I like for my trimmers to bald out and line up because I do a lot of balding out with my trimmers. Some people tell me you should be balding out with your clipper closed or with the 5-0s. But honestly, man, I just think the trimmer gets it down better, at least in my opinion. Yeah, it may take me a little longer, but it makes it easier for me because when I hit it with that shaver, the trimmer is shorter than the 5-0. So that's just my opinion. But y'all let me know y'all's opinion down in the comments. But y'all check out that trimmer, man. This trimmer's balding out with ease. We're just getting it all down to that length. And then once that is done, I'm gonna go ahead and follow that up with my shaver. This is the Babyliss FX1 shavers. As you can see, we're just shaving the sides down. But as y'all saw me use that trimmer in this video, it was balding out easy. It didn't clog up, didn't bog down, didn't hurt the client. Someone said that in my someone said in my unboxing video that the trimmer hurts the client. I haven't had that happen, but ever since I read that, I have been kind of light-handed with how I'm using the trimmer, so maybe that's why, right? But now we're gonna move on to edging up this side, and the only reason why we're doing that is I didn't get to record this side. I thought I'd press record, but I didn't. But nonetheless, man, as you can see, we're lining him up with that ANDIS GTX EXO with the Enforce blade. And as you can see, that thing is one tap and go. It's getting that hair down nice and sharp, easily, no issues at all. I think ANDIS has them a really good blade with this trimmer. But moving on to the opposite side, now we're gonna actually start some of the fade work. As you can see, I am taking my my Stylecraft Instinct, the metal edition, clipper open, setting in my guideline. And once we have that guideline in there, I'm gonna go ahead and put my number 1 guard and set in my next guideline. So I like to set in guidelines on my haircuts because for me, that's just the easiest way for me. It keeps me where I need to be, and it keeps my fade all in unison. It just makes it look good for me. If you want to down fade, that's on you. If you want to fade up, that's on you. But I like to set in my guidelines and then blend those guidelines out. So this is my 2 guard blending into that number 4 guard that I did earlier. A lot of times I do a 4 and a 3, but on this haircut I didn't. But this is my 2 guard lever open, and then once that is done, I'm gonna put my number 3 guard on my clipper, and I'm gonna go ahead and start to blend in that into the number 4 guard that y'all saw me do earlier on in this haircut. And you can go in with your lever open and close, adjust it as needed, whatever you feel is necessary. And a lot of times I just go in with my 3 guard closed and use a little flick out motion, a little floating motion, and a lot of times that helps. But you can open it if you need to and just adjust your lever, if you feel it's necessary. But now here I am going in with my 4-guard just to help clean up that area. Obviously it wasn't as clean as I'd like, so I wanted to go back in it with a 4-guard. Now here is my 0-guard or my half guard, 1/16 guard, whatever you want to call it. Lever open, blending out this section. And I just want to talk about this real quick. As y'all can see, obviously I'm cutting the kid, right? Sometimes when you're cutting kids, you have to move a little quicker than you'd like. You know, like he was getting tired, he was getting antsy, he was starting to move around. So, you know, I try to give my clients, all of my clients, the best haircut I can, but sometimes when I'm cutting kids, they get really impatient, you know, so sometimes I have to call an audible and kind of speed up a little bit. And that's kind of what I did on this haircut. You know, he was just starting to move around. He was getting sleepy. You know, he was really just getting irritated in the chair. So I tried hurrying it up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This ain't my best work on him. I've cut his hair a couple times before, and I've gotten him really, really icy. Not to say that this haircut isn't gonna be a good haircut, but just in my eyes, it just wasn't the best. But like I said, sometimes with kids, man, you just gotta call audible and get them out the chair before they really start, you know, getting upset and, you know, moving around and making it harder for you. But as y'all can see here, now we're moving on to the opposite side of the lineup, making sure we make sure that everything matches, making sure that it's lined up perfectly, nice and sharp, you know, leaving them sharp lines with this ANDIS GTX EXO with the M-Force blade. And then we're gonna hit this this little vertical bar with our wall A-line clipper or trimmer, because you know he had a small vertical bar area, so I had to make sure to change the trimmer because I didn't want to cut his eyebrow off. But just some FYI, guys, if you are interested in any of these tools, y'all can go to fwbarbersupply.com and use my discount code TANK10 on that website. They have every tool that you see me use on this haircut. They have on their website. Every brand, whatever you need, man, they got. fwbarbersupply.com, discount code TANK10. But as you can see, now we got that lineup in there. Now what I'm doing is I'm moving back to some detail work just because I wanted to take this haircut up a little bit. I really wasn't 100% satisfied with how it looked. And like I said, with kids, sometimes it be like that. You know, sometimes you're not going to give the best haircut, but I always try to give my best given the circumstances. So given these actual circumstances, I had to kind of speed things up and just work a little quicker and not necessarily try my hardest, because I was trying my hardest to give him a good haircut, right? But it's just sometimes you gotta call audibles and be like, all right, man, that's good enough for him. You know, we kind of gotta move on because he's really not feeling this haircut or whatever. So when you're cutting kids, man, just keep that in mind. Sometimes the haircuts aren't gonna look exactly the same as they did previously, and that's just something I want to throw out there, because I'm sure a lot of barbers struggle with kids cuts because they want them to look as icy as they can. But like I said, sometimes you just gotta call that audible and just try to get them out the chair in a timely manner. That way they don't get a bad taste in their mouth from coming to the barbershop. But as you can see here, like I said, man, we're taking that JRL Onyx and going back in and doing some detail work. And look at that blend, man. I'll be honest, it's not my best blend, but it's still a pretty good blend. Y'all let me know down in the comments what y'all think. But check it out, man. This is the finished product. Once again, y'all let me know what y'all think about this haircut in the comment section. If y'all like this video, please make sure to smash that like button. Also, if new to my channel, make sure to subscribe one time for your boy. Remember, guys, if you're in the Houston, Texas area and want a haircut from your boy, you can go to my website, tankbchopping.com. You can book there. But with that being said, man, that's basically it for this video. If you want any discount on tools, remember fwbarbersupply.com, discount code TANK10. Y'all know what it is, man. I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time, let's go.